welcome to Java tutorials. Topics for today's session is strings and creating string objects and different string methods related to the string classes. String handling. The string in the Java is the non-primitive data type. Non-primitive data type which means it refers the memory location where data is stored in the heap memory. The string where it is stored is called the string constant pool. In that the string data is refers. So non-primitive data types are stored in the heap memory. And string means the sequence of characters or collection of characters is called the string. Okay, the easy way to represent the string is the character array. In the any language, character array is the string, and string class is included in the java.lang package. So this is encapsulated under this. And this basically in the Java, string is the object and which represents the sequence of character values. And strings are immutable, which means which cannot be changed once these are created. Means once the object is created, it cannot be altered. Means we cannot change the size or anything. We cannot change. So we call the strings as the immutable strings. Okay, and in the string handling, we have the many operations can be performed. Is the comparison of strings, concatenation of strings, is the multiple strings are equal or not. We can split the string, we can check the length of the string, we can replace the characters within the string and compare one or more strings in substring. These all can be operations can be performed on the strings. For example, here char array, this is the variable which holds the char of 4, which holds the 4 characters. Okay, and this is the character array. So 0 to 3 in index position, it stores the different characters. For array index 0 is the J, for 1A, 2B and 3A. When we are using the character array, those can be assigned with values like this. Instead of this, we can use the string classes. Okay, the array of characters. The character array is work same as the Java string. In the Java, we have the string which can be used as with the help of that we can create the object. String class is included in the lang package. The objects, by creating the objects of that class, we can use the strings. The character array also works the same as the Java's string class. For example, character array CH which holds the JAVA, Java means character array whose size is 4. And this can also be used like this. String, this is the class always start with capital. In the string, S is the capital letters, S is the object, which is the new string which holds the CH with Java as its value. These two statements can be written like this directly. String S is equal to Java, and these two statements is equals to this. So instead of using the character array, we can create the objects of the string class. Okay, and we can create the string objects in two methods. One is by using the string literal and by using the new keyword. Here you observe, and in detail how we can create the objects by using the literals and by using new keyword. In first, string literal. String literal is created with the help of double quotes. By using the double quotes, we can create the string object. For example, string S is equal to, within the double quotes, I assigned welcome. Now the S is assigned with welcome. This is specified in the double quotes. This is the one of the method which is using the string literal. Here we are using the double quotes. Okay, each time when we are creating the literals, the JVM, Java Virtual Machine, checks the string constant pool, that is the heap memory. Okay, first. Okay, when we are here, and here we are created string s1 welcome. Okay, s1 is assigned with the text welcome. Okay, string JVM checks is welcome string is in the heap memory. Okay, if it is exist in the pool, the reference of that can be created. Otherwise, if that is not exist, the new string instance is created. If that is exist, then it refers that. For example, here S1 is assigned welcome. At first, it checks welcome is not. So, welcome is created in the heap memory and it S1 refers the welcome. Okay, when we again another string is created S2 which is again assigned welcome. Okay, it will refers the already existed S1's welcome. Okay, here you observe S1 is created first. Okay, when S1 is created, the heap memory is empty. So, welcome is created. The string pool first checks, and if string does not exist in the pool, a new string instance is created and placed in the pool. The welcome is created and placed in the pool. When we are creating the S2 with the same text welcome, it checks already welcome is in the pool. So, S2 refers the S1's this text. Okay. This string constant pool is the string of the special memory which are used to store the string constants as strings. Heap memory or string constant pool. String objects are stored in the special memory, that is called the string constant pool. And that is the one method by using the literals. When we are using the string, creating the strings by using literals, we are using the double quotes. And another method is by using the new keyword. Okay, the new keyword is used to create the object. As we know, the string is the class in the Java. So, we have to create the objects. Normally, objects can be created with the help of new keyword. Okay, here we are created yes, which is new and assigned with the text some welcome. Okay, if we create two objects, one is the new object and one is the reference variable. If it is at first, it creates that welcome text and inserts into the pool, and again that yes refers the that. When we are creating this by using the new, it creates the two objects. Okay, and one refers the already created variable. Okay, and here you observe one example, string example, main method. We created the S1 is equal to Java. Okay, this is the method of using the string literal, and this is the character array, and this is the another method which is using the new keyword. Here we are using the three methods. One is the string literal, and another is the character array, and another is the new string. When we are creating again S3 new string hello, this is here we are creating the character array and assigning that character array is converted into the string. These two steps are using the character array, and this is the using the string, creating the string by new keyword. And when we are printing that, as is the same in the S1, when we are printing S1, it is assigned with Java, it is prints. When we are printing the S2, it is character array is converted into the string and it holds the strings, and next third S3 holds the hello. It can be assigned and these can be printed in the print statements. Like this we can create the, in different methods we can create the strings in the Java. And we can create the string object by using different classes. In the Java, we have the two different classes, string class and string buffer class, which are used to create the string objects. Okay, strings can be created number of base, but here we are using the two classes. One is the string class and another is the string buffer class. Okay, the Java string is the an instantiated object of the string class. Means we already existed string class and string buffer class. We are creating the objects of that class. For example, here we are created string s1 and x2. We are created the two objects variables, and s1 is equal to new string and assigned with the word hello. Now this s1 object is created by using the string class, and s2 is the another string which is created by using the string class assigned the word world. Okay, now the s1 and s2 are created by using the string as the string objects. And these string class objects, when we are using the string class, the strings created with this class are immutable strings. Immutable means unmodifiable, mean unchangeable strings. Once these are created, these cannot be, but yes, here you observe s1 is equal to assigned with hello. Okay, and s2 is world. After this, within the program, we cannot change. Normally, variables or objects can be changed, but when we are creating the strings by using the string class, these cannot be changed because string class creates the immutable strings. Okay, once the object is created, its data or state cannot be changed. Data can also be not changed, and that state cannot be changed. This is the concept of the string class. Here the different methods related to the string class. Okay, string is the predefined class which is used to create the string objects. Here we are, by using these methods, we can learn different operations can be performed on the strings. Here we are created the two strings s1 and s2 which are which are the strings created by using the string class. And string related methods are two lowercase. Two lowercase method is used to convert the specified strings to lower classes. Lower case, as it is maybe upper or lower or sentence case, those can be converted into the small alphabets. These lower case letters is, for this we can use the two lower case method. As it is opposite to the two lower case is the two upper case, which converts here s2 is equal to s1 dot to lower case. S1 is converted to the lower case letters and assigned into the S2. So, what it is the text in the S1 that can be converted into the lower case and assigned to S2. Here you assigned S2 and S1 dot. The text in the S1 can be converted to the upper case and assigned to the S2. And next is the replace. And replace, here we assigned X and Y. Replace all appearances of X with Y. The text in the S1, the string in the S1, in the text where that is the X appears, that can be replaced with Y, and that text can be assigned, that string can be assigned into the S2. Replace is used to replace the specified appearances of the specified text or string. And trim is used to remove the white spaces. Remove white spaces at the beginning and ending of the string S1. Here we specified S1 dot trim. If that is the white spaces in between beginning and end of this S1, those can be trimmed, means removed and assigned to the S2. And next is the equals. Equals is used to compare the both strings. S1 dot equals S2. Is S1 is equals to S2? Okay, it returns true if S1 equals to S2. If this is the equal, then it returns true. Otherwise, it returns the false. Okay, These checks as say those S1 and S2 strings must be same. And another comparison is equal ignore case. Equal ignore case is ignores the how it is capital or small or sentence case, but it checks is that is same or not. When we are using the equals, it checks as it is S1 in the S1, if the first letter is capital, in the S2 also it must be the capital and same. Okay, equal ignore case ignores the case of characters. Okay, and length method which returns the length of the specified string S1 dot length, so it returns the length of the S1. And next, character at, it returns the nth character position S1 dot char at n. If we specify 2, what is the character at second position, it returns within the S1. Okay, gives the nth character of S1. S1 dot compare to S2. Here it returns the comparison between the S1 and S2. It returns negative if S1 less than S2. It returns the positive value if S1 greater than S2. And it returns 0 if both are equal. S1 and S2 are, if they equal, it returns the 0. Okay, as this comparison compared to returns 3 values, it returns the negative value if the S1 string is less than the S2. It returns the positive value if the S1 string is greater than S2, and it returns 0 if S1 and S2 both are equal. And concatenate operation is used to concatenate S1 dot concat S2, which concatenates S1 with S2. Concatenate S1 and S2. Okay, this is the concatenate. Substring, it gives the substring starting from the nth character. Here S1 dot substring n. If we specify the 3 from the third character, the remaining characters all are returned from the S1 string. Okay, here we are specifying substring with only starting character. In the substring, another method n comma m. N is the starting character and m is the up to mth character. Okay, up to mth character. How many number of, from nth character, how many number of characters you required can be specified with m. Okay, it is the starting of the string substring, and this is starting from nth to mth character can be specified. Okay, and the value of method which creates a string object of the specified parameter. The value of parameter can be returned. The object of the string, the parameter p can be created, and toString which returns the object can be represented to or converted to the toString. P is the objects which can be converted to the toString by using the toString method. Create the string representation of the object P. And index of gives the position of the first occurrence of the x. S1 dot index of x. The character x how many times occurs in the S1 string, and it returns the first occurrence of this x character. And S1 dot index of x comma n, and it index of x and n, the position of x that occurs after nth position, after the specified position is occurred or not can be specified. And string dot value of here variable, this is the parameter, here we are the variable, converts the parameter value of string representation. It converts its parameter value to its string representation. These are the different methods related to the string class. By using these methods, we can write different programs. And for example, here we are checking the length of the string. Okay, here class string demo. In the string we are created s1 and assigned hello, how are you? And length is the one variable which is used to hold the length of the s1 string. s1 dot length, and it checks its length and displayed in when we are displaying the print statement, it displays the length. Length is the hello, how are you is the 17 characters. So it displays the string length is the 17 characters. And next the immutability. Immutability is the immutable means not modifiable, means it's not changeable. Okay, here we created the one class immutable string, we are assigned. Okay, immutability can be checked when we are creating the string yes with the string class and assigned some variable Sachin. So Sachin is checked in the heap memory, is it is exist or not. If it is does not exist, it creates and inserts into the memory and refers that variable. That is variable is the string. String object refers the Sachin. And yes dot concat Tendulkar. It concat method is used to append the string at the end. So, already yes has the Sachin and Tendulkar is concatenated with Sachin, so it displays Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, and when we are printing the yes, it only prints Sachin only. It is concatenated with Sachin as the Sachin Tendulkar, but it only holds Sachin because S is created by using the string class. String class, once the object is created, the data within that cannot be changed. Immutable strings can be created. So Sachin Tendulkar is changed, but it holds only Sachin as its text. As when we are creating the object, we are assigned only Sachin as its string. So it when we are printing the yes after concatenation also, it only holds the as the when we are creating the text, that can only holds up to its end. Okay, like this. Yes, is object is created and refers to Sachin. It is concatenated with Sachin Tendulkar. But in the next we learn string buffer class. Those can be changed. Mutable strings can be created, but by using the string class we are creating the immutability. Immutability means not modifiable, because strings are immutable objects. We cannot change the data once it is created by using the string class. And next is the string buffer class. This is the another class which is included in the string Java, which is used to create the string objects. And this is the peer class of string. Okay, and this is used to create the mutable strings, means modifiable strings can be created. And string buffer class is same as string except the mutable, means the string and string buffer class both are same when we are using to create the strings, but only change is string class creates the mutable objects, string buffer class creates the mutable objects. Okay, that only can be changed. Okay, that is when we are using string class to create the strings, those are the fixed length strings, but string buffer class creates the flexible length, means that can be modified in terms of both length and data or content. Okay, that is the differ in between the string and the string buffer class in the Java. Okay, and we can insert the characters at substrings in the middle of a string or append another string at the end or anything. For example, here we are created the string buffer. S1 is object created, new string buffer and assigned with Pratibha. And as this can be modified, and here again created the string buffer, S2 is equal new string, and this, and these can be modified after the creation. The methods related to the string buffer class are, okay, It has the different methods. One is the set char at. Set char at n comma x. It modifies the nth character to x. Okay, the character which is in the S1 string at nth position, that can be modifies with the x. Okay, the what we are specified in the single quotes as it is x, this can be modified from nth character can be modified as the x in the string S1, and S1 dot append S2, and that can be stored into the S1. Appends the string S2 to S1 at the end. S1 can be appended with S2 at the end of the S1. And insert method, insert the string S2. Here we are string S2 at the position of n of the string S1. S1 is some string, some text that within the S1 from nth character or nth position S2 is inserted. Okay, and S1 dot set length n. It sets the length of the string to n characters, means we can change altering the length of the string. And replaces the string from m index to n index as the specified text. As for example, from mth index to from nth index, this can be changed as the high. From m index position to n index position in the S1, that can be replaced with the specified string high. Here we specified high. Okay, and S1 dot delete from mth index to nth index. We can delete the characters from the S1 string from m index position to n index position. Those characters can also be deleted within the string. And S1 dot length returns the length of the string, that is the total number of characters in the string are returned with the help of length method. So as it is, these all are the different methods related to the string buffer class. And this is the example to find the string's length. Length method is used to calculate the string length. Okay, here we are created the string with string class S is equal to hello Pratibha, and when we are printing the string is, yes, it displays print hello Pratibha and checks the string length. When we are displaying the length of the string S dot length, the string object is S dot length, and it is displays the the text assigned to S is the 16 characters. It displays the 16 as its length. And this is the another program which reverses the every word in the string using different methods. Okay, reversing the text what we are assigned. Okay, here written the one method void which reverse word. We are passing the one string that can be reversed. Okay, and here we are created the string object words, and which is split where the space it can be split into different words. In between the string str, that can be split where it is assigned, and that can be stored into the words array. Okay, and the string reverse is equal to, first it is the empty string. Okay, and within the words we have the specify the what we are passed in the string can be assigned to the words. Okay, and that can be calculated. This is the array. So for array index position, here we are using the for loop, and from index positions we are taking the int I to 0 to words. Words is the character array or string array which holds the different strings into the word, and that can be calculated and stored into the string word and words of I. Okay, word is the another string which is used to hold the index positions of the words can be changed into word. And string reverse word is the empty. For calculating the reverse word is equal to reverse word plus word at character char at j. From reverse, word length minus 1. Array indexes is starting with 0 to from n in n minus 1. So word dot length holds the actual length of this array. So word length minus 1 holds the character. From reverse it is displaying reverse word plus word caret j. What is the specified? J is the which holds from reverse. That can be at that position it can be added to the reverse rev word. Okay, and reverse string is called reverse string plus reverse word. Rev string is equal to blank empty string plus reverse word which has the reverse of the string and empty string. Okay, and when we are printing the string, it displays the str holds the actual string what we are passed, and rev str is the reverse string which what we are passed can be displayed as the reverse string by using this reverse word method. Okay, and here we are created the object for this, and object dot reverse word, here I passed the Harsha as the text, as the string is Harsha and it reverse is AHSA or AH as the reverse of the specified word. And again I passed another word, that is the Satvika, and Satvika has displayed this, reverse of the Satvika is displayed like this. So by using the here what we are used character word length length method, character yet, and split methods are used. Different methods, string methods of these methods can be used to reverse the specified parameter, string parameter. And this is the another example which is joins the two strings. Okay, joining using the concat operation or concat method. Here we are created the greet which is created the string, and hello is the word assigned to the greet, and first string is the hello. This is displayed, and another string object, that is the name which holds the value as the Satvika, and which when we are printing this it holds in the name. And when we are joining string, join string is equal to greet which holds the hello dot concat name. Greet has the hello at the end. The name string is concatenated or appended to the greet and can be assigned to join string. And when we are displaying the join str, it displays the hello Satvika. This is the first string and this is the second string, and the when we are concatenated first and second string, after the results it displays hello Satvika as the result. Okay, this is the concat operation used to concat the two strings and getting the characters from the specified string. Okay, this is the main method. Here we are created the string object, that is the greet which holds the hello Pratibha. When we are displayed, it displays hello Pratibha. Returns the character at third position. To return at third position, the character at third position is greet dot. We have to use the char at 3. What is the index of 3? 0, 1, 2, 3, which holds the L. 3 means it is the fourth position, third index position, so it returns in the character at 8, it has the R, so it returns the R. Okay, like this character at can be used to return the character from the string at specified index position. And the string comparison. This is the example using the comparison by using different methods. We can compare the strings by using different methods. Okay, and the string comparison can be on the basis of content and reference. Okay, we can compare the strings on the basis of content and reference. Here it is used in authentication by equals method. Equals method is related to the string class, and by sorting. Sorting means by compare to method. Compare to is also the another method which is used to compare the both method, and another method is the reference matching. This is the equal to operator. which is the relational operator. And by using these three methods, we can compare. One is the equals method, and double equal to operator method, and compare two methods. By using these three different methods, we can compare the strings. String compare by equals method. For example, here equals method compares the original content of the string. Okay, and it compares the value of string for equality, and compares both strings for the values for the equality. And for this, string provides, we have the two methods, equals and equals ignore case. Equals always returns boolean, as well as the equal ignore case also returns the boolean. It compares the strings to the specified object when we are using the equals. And when we are equals ignore case using, it compares the strings to another and ignoring the case. Okay, and it ignores the case, and it is checking for the same as the specified object. Okay, these both equals and equals ignore case are used to compare the equality of the two strings. Okay, for example, here I use S1 is one string created with the string class Satvika, and S2 is the Satvika. Here you observe S is the capital in the S1, and in the S2 also S is the capital. And again created S3, that is the new string. Here it is also the Satvika. S is also capital. All are same. But when we are compared, and again another created S4 which has the Saurav. A system dot out dot print S1 equals S2. Okay, it returns true. S1 is equal to S2. Both are same, first letter is capital and so it returns true. And S1 dot equals S3. S1 and S3 compared, both are equal. S is capital, A is same, T is same, W is same. So it is also returns true. And S1 equals S4. S1 is Satvika, S4 is Saurav. It checks S matching, A match, as T and U not match. So it returns the false. So like this, equals can be used like this. And another is the equals ignore case. Here we are created the S1 object which holds the Sachin, and first letter is the uppercase letter, and in the S2 it is also holds the S2 same as the Sachin, but S2 is in the all uppercase letters. Okay, when we are compared S1 dot equals S2, it returns false, because here we are using the equals. Equals means all cases must be same. Okay, SS is matching, but here A is the small and here is the capital A, so it returns the false. And when we are using the equal ignore case, it returns the true, as it is the SS match, A match, it ignores the case. Okay, when we are using the equals ignore case, it ignores the case. Okay, so it returns true. But same is, by using the equals method, it returns false. By using the equals ignore case, it returns true. So the difference is, it checks the equality of the case and letters case, and it ignores the letters case. Okay, that is the difference in between the two methods. And this is the another method by using the equal to operator, double equal to operator. Okay, here the double equal to operator compares references, not values, only refers. Generally we created the objects, and S1 is the object which refers the Harsha. Okay, and S2 is also created which refers the Harsha. Okay, here you observe at first it created. At the second time, as it is the same text, it is also refers the same. Okay, and S3 is called new string. It creates the object and refers the text. Okay, when we are compared, S1 equal to S2, true, because both refer the same instance. And when we compare to S1 and S3, it returns false, because S3 refers the instance created in non-pool. Okay, here it is object is created and instance is created. Both are created. Here two references are created. So when we are compared S1 and as it is Harsha is the same text, but it returns the false because equal to operator compares the references, not the values. That is the difference between the comparison of using the equal to operator. And another method, that is the compare to method. Compare to method is compares lexicographically the both strings, returns an integer. If that is equals, it returns 0. If that is less than, it returns the negative value. If that is greater than, it returns the positive value. Okay, here we have the two strings S1 and S2. Yeah, if that those are equal, S1 and S2, it returns 0. S1 greater than S2, then it returns positive value. S1 less than S2, it returns the negative value. Okay, compare to method returns the values lexicographically, and it always returns the integer value. The first string is less than or equal to or greater than to the second string can be compared when we are using the compare to method. Here creating the objects S1 assigned with Satvika, S2 and also assigned with Satvika, and S3 assigned with Harsha. When we are compared S1 dot compare to S2, both are same, referring the same, so it returns equal, so returns the 0. S1 dot compare to S3, S1 has the Satvika and S3 has the Harsha, so S is the S1 string is greater than the S3. Okay, but its value H value is and compared to S value is greater, so greater it returns the positive value, that is the 1. And S3 compared to S2, S3H is the smaller compared to S1's value S, so it less than, it returns the -1 negative value. As the like this, it returns the 0, 1 and compared to equal to and less than and for greater than, it returns different values. As in the summary, in this video we learn about the string handling. In the Java, strings are the objects which can be created by using the two different methods, string class and string buffer class. Okay, and we have learned about the different methods related to the string class and string buffer class. Okay, thank you one and all.